so international means everybody had to convert to this. And so in addition to this standardized labeling that everybody has to do, and that means like the barcodes have to be in the same place, all the stuff has to match to keep from anybody making a mistake. Because if you need blood from the rare donor registry and somebody is here from another country and you need blood from that country, you have to be able to bring it into your system the same way that if you send a unit over there. So everything has to be the same, is what they said. Irradiated components must have the name of the facility that irradiated it. So those units will have a little sticker on there that says not, has a window on it, and it says not irradiated. Once you irradiate it at the right dose, that word not goes away. And so look at every one of them. We had one of those stickers that was not irradiated, like one that hadn't been used, on our bulletin board, so that everybody knew exactly what it was gonna look like if it wasn't. Because what if somebody made a mistake? What if the irradiator wasn't working? I've never even seen an irradiator, but you just double check behind everything, because it's fatal if, almost always fatal if they had a graft versus host disease problem. So it's your job to double check everything, and you'll just look at it. It's easy to do. Pooled components must have the final volume and the name of the facility that pooled it. Autologous units must be labeled for autologous unit use only. There's a blood label. And so this barcode shows the expiration date. This one shows the blood type. This one has the actual unit number on it. And so you don't have to key anything in. You just scan those barcodes and it puts it in the system. And then storage stuff, you don't really have to worry about it too much. Just, you need to know the storage temperatures for each product. And for blood, know the storage and the shipping temperature. So refrigerators, freezers, and the platelet incubators have to have recording devices. It must record the temperature at least every 4 hours. It has to have an audible alarm, a loud alarm. The alarms have to be checked. We did it quarterly, and so you would check to make sure the alarm goes off before it goes out of temp. So if the range is 1 to 6, you would make it say go off at 5 degrees. That way you have a minute to figure out what's going on before it truly goes out of temperature. There has to be an emergency backup procedure. So usually your alarm, once it goes off in your blood bank, within 30 seconds to a minute, somebody's gonna call you from wherever the mothership is in the hospital and make sure that you know the alarm's going off. So there's always a backup. And it has to be calibrated thermometers. We just ordered calibrated thermometers every year because it was easier than having them calibrated. And then stored blood should be examined for hemolysis and abnormal color or clots. So when you get ready to issue it, you're usually in the computer, there's just a box that you check, or however they do it. Does it pass visual inspection? And so that just reminds you, hey, look at it, make sure it's not like really dark or hemolyzed or looks like one big clot. And then transport. Whole blood and red cells should be kept at 1 to 10 for transport, 1 to 6 for storage. Frozen units are shipped on dry ice, and so they measure the dry ice by the pound. You have to have so many pounds per unit. Platelets are maintained at 20 to 24 degrees, so room temperature. And then the containers have to be validated periodically, so the blood center has to validate their boxes, and you'll do it too every so often. I did the minimum one. We had to do it once a year, so I did it once a year. And your supervisor will probably do all of that work. Any questions? I know, that part's boring.
stuff to do an antigen typing lab, which